I've raised over $2 million in private money, and here are my 10 biggest lessons from doing so. So I'm gonna play some pool today. The funny thing is I'm trash at pool. I'm telling you guys now, I don't want nobody judging my stance, my shot, none of that. Number one, if you're watching this, you're probably on YouTube, you're probably on Instagram. Number one, you gotta have a brand. For some people, that's a personal brand. For some people, that's a business. I'm a fan of having an actual business, something that people can respect as a high-level business, because at the end of the day, when you're raising private money for real estate, these people are really looking to you to make them money. So you're not going to be speaking to slouches. These aren't going to be like regular, like fly-by-night people. These are going to be people trusting you with an investment. So the least you can do is present yourself in a way that sends them on a path of trust. And the easiest way to do this is by launching a brand. So at my company, United Home Relief, for example, I came up with that name, United Home Relief, literally on a United Airlines flight. That's how I came up with it. I came up with the look, the feel, the colors, the font, all on that flight, because I had a complete vision of, okay, what would I want a company to look like if I were to give them $25,000 or more to invest in a real estate deal? So other parts that come with having a brand are social media, having a website, YouTube. All these things are super important. And honestly, when I'm helping clients start their real estate business, this is the first step that we take. Which brings us to number two, social media is your friend. It's actually your best friend. So social media is important because not only are you able to represent your brand, but this is also where now you can communicate with people. So not only do you get to represent your brand in a trustworthy way, you get to actually communicate with people and give a call to action for them to DM you or click a link, all on one platform that honestly is free. A lot of people have something bad to say about social media, but free access to billions of people is nothing I'm ever going to complain about as an entrepreneur. Number three, shameless networking. We talk about social media or social networking, but when it comes to meeting people in person, if you're a real estate investor, you're looking to raise capital, every conversation you have with anyone on any elevator or escalator or a networking event, church, school, sporting event should be about real estate. Every single person in your network should know that you're in real estate and you're looking for money to do deals. This is where a lot of people fail, because they want to launch a 7-8-figure business, but aren't willing to talk to people about the business that they do. It's literally a backwards mentality. Number four, set low expectations. It would be really easy for me to raise money right now if I recorded this video and said, hey, I'm looking for somebody to give me $1 and I'm going to give them $1 million back because I'm investing in something that's guaranteed to give them so much money. Like, yeah, then that's easy. You need to develop a habit of setting low expectations to your investors so that way you can over-exceed those projections. When you're a new investor, the shiny object syndrome, it's you. You're like, man, I'm new, I'm investing, I'm in real estate. My first deal is gonna make me $100,000. This is very possible. I'm one of those people where my first deal, I made $120,000. This is a gift and a curse, because now that deal led me to believe that most deals are going to be like this. So when I was packaging my deals and run the numbers, I was giving those projections to my partners with the expectation that they would share those profits with me. I'm going to be the first to tell you that it does not always work out the way you projected. So it's important that you project low so that you can always pay your investors back what you said you would. All right, this next one is super important. There's a word called fiduciary. I'm going to put it on the screen. It basically means that when you are partnering with someone, you have a duty to put them first. And that's number 5. Always put your partners first. When you're managing other people's money with the goal of investing in anything, but in this case, a real estate deal, it's important that throughout that project, no matter what goes on, you always do what's in the best interest of your partner. And I can tell you right now, pocketing your partner's money is not in their best interest. Spending your partner's money frivolously on a deal is not in their best interest. And the truly other examples I can give you that you don't even need, you know what it means to not take care of somebody's money. I would say treat their money like your own, but honestly, I don't know your spending habits. So I would even argue you need to cherish their money more than you would cherish your own dollars in an investment. This is a huge one here. I mean, all of them are huge, but this next one is important as it pertains to you. Make sure your partners, who you're doing business with, know how you make a living. Now, it was ugly, but we got it now. So why is it important that your partners and anybody you work with know how you make a living? Well, so they can respect what it is you do and how you're paid. Now, in a real estate deal, I'll record a whole other video on how you're paid as a manager of a real estate deal, but there's a couple different ways. You have fees, you have equity in the deal, right? But long story short is make sure their partners know how you're paid. It all needs to be in your agreement, but deeper than the agreement, it all needs to be understood and communicated. So like I said, they can respect how you make a living and understand your exact role in every transaction you do with them. And the next one is very similar. We already alluded to it. Over communicate. Make sure your partners know every step of the way what's going on with the deal. So if you're noticing a common theme, it's about trust, it's about understanding, it's about communication. So this point here really brings it all together. You have your brand that lets them know what you're going to do, what you do as a company, and where they fit in. You have the expectations you're setting so that you can actually meet them. You communicated how you're paid, and now all that's left is to communicate the progress and the process of the service you're providing to them. Now, I know this all seems like a lot, so number 8 is going to be to develop systems. One thing I'm really proud about with my company is that we've developed a system for every single thing as it pertains to not only project management and property management and hiring and capital raising and partnering. We have a system for absolutely everything in our business, and that's what allows our business to run smoothly. So many people want to grow so fast, so they jump into capital raising without systems. But any great entrepreneur will tell you that slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So we develop these systems. We want to do so with such detail that you can repeat the same process over and over and over every time you raise capital, every time you do a deal. And that's going to keep your business clean and profitable. Number 9, be picky with who you partner with. Everyone's not a good partner. Everyone doesn't communicate well. Everyone doesn't understand well. Everyone honestly doesn't have the money to partner like they think they do. You don't want people who have $25,000 to their name and they invest their last dime with you as an investor. Trust me, I know from experience, you don't want that pressure. You don't want that relationship. And honestly, you're putting yourself in a position to maybe ruin your previous relationship with that partner. Some people just simply lack the emotional intelligence to even partner. Forget what we're talking about, a money partner, but even just partner in general. When doing business with someone, things can and will go wrong. There will need to be tough conversations. There will need to be, general communication all the time. So you want to make sure that you're aligning with people who you can have these conversations with, or you're going to spend majority of your time stressing and your business is going to be ruined because of negative energy. Which brings me to my last point. Number 10, losing is a possibility. Every deal is not going to be a win. You need to understand that first so you can reiterate that to all of your partners. You can lose in a real estate deal. You can lose money. In the last 15 years of real estate alone, we've experienced a recession, we've experienced a pandemic, we've experienced another recession, we've experienced interest rate hikes, riots and protests, you name it. So many things can happen that can affect a real estate deal negatively. You and your partner both need to understand this so that you are willing to lose together just as much as you're willing to win together. Now, like I said, none of these are really more important than the other. I kind of put them in order of which I thought about them. But that last one, that losing is a possibility, setting expectations, could talk communication, brand building, all of these together will make you a strong capital raiser, whether it's your first deal raising $25,000, or if you're going to go on to raise capital to build buildings like the one I'm standing in, skyscrapers, right, for $250 million. Either way, the same principles apply. So take these 10 lessons, apply them to your business, grow, buy real estate, build wealth, retire early, all the things you want to do in life. I see you on the other side. Best of luck. Peace. Let's go.